Now there's an interesting car, number 139. That's Dave Phillipson, a local driver from up here in the north of England. He used to drive an ex-Trevor Reeves Fiesta, a 2-litre Fiesta, but he's now acquired this car. It's a Nissan Cherry. It's a 2-litre car, and it was last seen here at Croft in the hands of one of the German drivers, I believe, Wolfgang Schreider. I'll get it right in a minute, Wolfgang Schreider. And Dave bought this car over the winter. He's only done a few laps of it in practice here at Croft during the week. He completed a few laps of practice earlier today. He's now used it in first and second runs. Let's see how he goes in these third runs. He's out in distinguished company at the moment, because to the left of him, or to our left, on his right, we've got number 1, the current British champion, Mark Renison, and on the far side, John Welsh. This, I think, is going to be a really interesting race for the Formula A drivers, because right up there at the front, you've got the men who are currently at the top of the British Championship itself. And then yet again is that smoke that we've been seeing during the day from Renison's engine. It actually looks worse on your screens than it does out there on the track, but it surely can't be healthy unless it's just oil that's dripping out from a loose union onto the hot... Ah, no. Something happened there, Steve.
Yes, it looks like... although he's got going again, as Mark. It looked like he was going to drop out there, Bill, but no, he's coming on strong again.
Yes, well, Mark now has got to decide whether to keep going. If it is anything serious, he's got to decide whether to keep going or to save this car for the finals, and it's definitely getting worse. There must be something wrong with that car. I believe they put a new turbo on it before the race today. Let's see what Mark Renison does. Is he going to continue? He's already got 2 good times to his credit. He's won both his first and second runs. What's he going to do now? Is he going to carry on and chase John Welsh or pull off?
I would think it looks as though he's going to carry on, Bill. I think he'll have seen that smoke, and probably he's already feeling the effects if he is losing power from the turbo. And I think if he was going to stop, he would have stopped before now.
Yes, well, the last time we saw the car smoking like this was at Cadwell Park during the second round of the championship. He won that one from John Welsh, and he said then that it was oil dripping onto the exhaust, but I really do suspect that the smoke we see now is coming from the exhaust itself. Let's just have a look there. I'm sure that's coming from the exhaust. Mind you, in third place now. Yeah. Oh, it's gone. It must have gone. Yes, it has. Mark Renison still trying. Not for long, though. I feel now he's going to pull off. Yes, he has. So, as we suspected, he's gone on for a lap longer than we thought. We'll have to wait and see whether Mark Renison comes out, but there is the man who leads. John Welsh comfortably ahead now. Still throwing this car around. Oh, and beautiful slide. Throwing this Vauxhall Opel around, 4-wheel drive, some 600-plus brake horsepower coming from the Manta engine. And I believe in second place now it's number 34. That's Roger Newbold in the Renault. Let's just wait for Roger. You can see now what sort of a lead that John Welsh has got. There is the man in second place, Roger Newbold. And as we see a head-on view of John Welsh coming down, there he is. You can see there's a piece of tape attached to the steering wheel. Now, maybe you can explain what that piece of white tape is for, Steve.
Yes, Bill, the idea of that tape is so that John knows exactly when the steering is centralised, no matter how much lock he's winding on. If he's trying to opposite lock coming out of a corner, he knows exactly where he wants to centralise the wheel, put the power down and get the car pulling away.
And Welsh now catching up on James Presic. He's taking line, and just look at the way he streaks past, and he's ready. Checkered flag is out, so John Welsh wins his third qualifying run. That's 2 wins to his credit at the moment. No, 3 wins to his credit, so he's won all 3 of his qualifying runs. I do somehow suspect that he's probably got FTD as well. We've got Newbold, who's already taken second place. This is the battle for third. Dave Spong, 197, and Dave Phillipson in that Cherry. And this is the first time that Dave has really driven the car in anger, so he's certainly done quite well. But on this occasion, number 197, Dave Spong wins it from Dave Phillipson.
Well, with me now is Mark Renison, the defending champion. He's in the lead by just 2 points at the moment. Now, Mark, you've got a busy season. You're doing, what, 3 championships on 2 levels of Rallycross? Tell us all about that.
First of all, we're competing in the European Championship this year, in the Rallycross that is, which we're not doing too well at the moment. We're also doing the British Championship and the British Open, and we also hope to contest in some of the C2 races this year, so it is fairly hectic, yeah.
Yes, tell us about this C2 racing. It's with Martin Skanker, isn't it?
Well, all being well, yes. It's still fairly undecided about some of the drivers which he's picking, so I think it was supposed to be that we're going to Phillipson next weekend to do our first meeting, so it's still all in the air at the moment.
A brand new experience for you, of course.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It'll certainly be an experience driving the car, if nothing else.
And tell us about what's been happening in Europe. Not too good a start, you said.
No, the first meeting in Spain we did fairly well. We had pole position and we finished third overall, so I was quite pleased with that. Then Austria, we had lots of bad luck, in fact. First heat we got shunted off, second heat I made a mistake, and then just the whole day was bad, so not very good at all.
I mean, you've had some great days this season and some bad ones. I mean, Brands wasn't too good for you, cable trouble.
Yes, we had turbo trouble and engine trouble and quite a bit of trouble at Brands, but the second one was all right, so...
But you still managed to be up there in front.
Oh, well, that's the only place to be, isn't it?
Well, with me now is another member of the DSRM team, that's Pete Rofth. Pete, you've just starting to get used to the Astra, having raced in the Nova for quite some time.
Yes, the Nova was a very good car in Formula C in Rallycross, and it's proven a little bit harder than what I thought to get the Astra to perform in the same way.
Why do you think that is? Because it's heavier?
It's just a little bit heavier. It's a lot better on the loose, but on the tarmac I seem to be losing out a little bit with the weight, which you have an advantage over the loose, with it being that bit heavier and wider and longer. Hopefully I'll get it right in the next couple of meetings.
How many meetings have you been with the Astra for now, then?
I've done 3 meetings with the Astra. I had a 4th in the last seventh in the last British Championship and a 4th in the one before. And I just can't remember at the moment what I did in the meeting previous to that with it. But today, a lot of the cars in Formula C are going really well, and I'm down about 8th or 9th fastest at the moment.
Do you think it's partly to do with the slightly damp conditions, or...?
Yes, well, I had the car out at the beginning of the week and set it up for a dry circuit here at Croft. And when I turned up this morning, it was absolutely pouring down. And I thought it would dry out, so I've left it in the same state as what it was when I finished at the middle of the week. And hopefully it's drying out now in my next heat. I want to go for a bit faster time with it.
Can't wait to see you. And Russell, of course, he's still in the Nova. Are there plans for him to have an Astra soon?
Yes, Russell's doing really well in the Nova at the moment. He's just been out and got fastest time in the class. And Russell's going to be bringing a 16-valve 2-litre Astra out in mid-August sometime. And he'll use it over the winter series, ready for the British Championship Formula B next year.
I bet he's hoping you'll be able to give him some tips as well.
Well, yes. That car will have nearly twice as much power as the 1600. And hopefully maybe one day there'll be 2 engines the same. Because the Astra's maybe just a little bit too heavy for Formula C, now that the Peugeot and 1 or 2 other good cars are coming into the class.
Well, thanks for telling us all about the new car. We've been wondering how you've been feeling, and well, we hope that things get better and better.
Yes, I hope so. I'm pleased with it up to now anyhow, so keep fingers crossed and hope it goes a bit better.
Well, for a change, all the interest in this particular race is at the back of the field, because on the back row we've got number 17 Roy Clark in the Metro, number 26 Tony Bardy, one of the top contenders in Formula C, and Alan Coates, number 9. There is Tony Bardy, there is Alan Coates. I do believe that number 45 Ian Sandwith is also in this race with them. There he is, despite the fact he's in the next race in our programme. I'm sure he's in this one. He gives a thumbs up to the starter, so obviously he's going to have a go this time. At the front of the grid, though, it's number 21 Ron Wright, then Michael Borner and Tony Barrett. Let's see how they go. Somebody there, John Turner, tries to go through the inside. 711 John Turner, the one with the red V on the bonnet. Yes, he does. So Turner gets the jump on 21 Ron Wright. Ron Wright, though, has the best line. He's on the inside. Coates there, sliding the back of the Metro out. Bardy is up into 4th place, but there's the man who leads at the moment. And there is Tony Bardy, and Bardy's through into 3rd place, and he holds on beautifully.
Oh, what a superb piece of driving by Tony. That shows the experience he's got, you know, Bill.
Yes, certainly. The viewers, I'm sure, don't appreciate exactly how tight and how hard you have to stand on the brakes for that chicane, because it really comes up to you almost as a 90-degree bend, doesn't it?
That's right, and it doesn't help when you've had a big shunt up the rear from somebody else, as Tony had there. That was a superb recovery, Tony.
That's right, and Roy Clark is towards the back of the field. The rain has started coming down quite heavy now, so it might cause visibility problems for the drivers. It's still all crowded in there. That's an unusual sight to see in Sandwith at the back of the field. They come through to complete the opening lap. Quite a few changes. Let's just wait for a moment and see what happens here, because one or two drivers all getting bunched together. Where are they? There it is, and in fact Alan Coates it is who once again hangs the back end of that Metro. He was fighting his way up through the field there, past number 54, Kevin Walker. Yes, number 54, Kevin Walker. And Alan Coates, you can see there the rain is coming down quite hard now because all the wipers are going. Bardy trying to get through past the leader. This is Bardy challenging for the lead. Beautiful. Now, would you have believed he could have done it there, Steve?
Tony is really on song this afternoon. Tony is trying extremely hard.
And we've lost, and Alan Coates has lost a wheel. Alan Coates off there with a wheel having come off the front of his Metro. He's at the side of the track though. The marshals immediately run up to his assistance. Meanwhile, Bardy has taken over at the front of the field. Ron Wright is about to lose his bonnet by the looks of it, so the order as they go into the last stages of the race, and the wipers going furiously on Tony Bardy's car. It's Bardy in the lead, second place John Turner, third place this man with the bonnet about to come adrift and causing visibility problems, Ron Wright. But look at the way that car is twitching for Tony Bardy. You can see that the circuit, now that the heavens have opened, is very, very slippery.
I should think Tony Bardy's heart rate and that windscreen wiper are about the same speed. He's had a couple of heart-stopping moments in that race.
That's a beautiful comment, Steve. That really is. And look at it. He's using the handbrake as well. I don't know if the viewers noticed that, but his hand's down on the handbrake to help the back end of the car go round. But he's driving, well, I was just about to say he's driving smoothly. And you can see the rain now driving down. He's coming up to start his final lap now. And I think that the reason Tony is going this fast is because I think that John Milner must have already set up the fastest time in Formula C. Bardy currently holds the lead in that class, and I think he wants those 5 points back.
Yes, the problem is it's a shame for Tony, but I'm afraid the rain is going to spoil that. He's worked extremely hard. He's come through from the back row of the grid. You couldn't ask any more of a driver, and yet I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be all for nothing.
Yes, well, this car had been freshly repainted prior to this meeting, and by the fact that he's managing to stay well clear of the other cars by overtaking them instead of sitting behind them, that car still looks very nice, and Bardy really certainly has deserved this victory.
Tweak on the handbrake there, just trying to get the back end there. Brown Billy struggling with understeer, look.
Yes, well, of course, with the circuit being so slippery, it's causing them lots of problems. Bardy coming up. Oh, and Ron Wright has hit the curb. Bardy takes victory, his second one of the day. He really deserved this one, though. There is Ron Wright. He's gone straight off into the straw bale. So second place went to John Turner, and third place is just coming through now. Let's see who it is as the marshals run to Wright's assistance. Third place goes to 211, and that's Dave Cox. But a dreadful shame there for Ron Wright. He did so well in the opening stages, only to finish there off the circuit. But there is the winner, just cleaning the screen. It must have got pretty hot in there. Very well done, Tony Bardy.